When a champion's homecoming met Nigerians' broken reality, the intersection of global celebrity and systemic failure reached a tragic peak on December 29, 2025. Former two-time world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua was involved in a fatal road collision on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, a road many Nigerians call a death trap. This wasn't just a car crash. It was the moment the Anthony Joshua's machine broke, claiming the lives of two men who were the heart and soul of Joshua's team. This tragedy serves as a brutal case study. In Nigeria, even if you are a global icon with billions in your bank accounts like Herbert Wigwe, you are still vulnerable to the same failed system as the person on the street. Welcome to my channel, The KD Gist. Let us digest what happened and what could be done better. I will break down the chronology of these incidents step by step. Step 1. The vibe before the storm. Why Anthony Joshua was home. Anthony Joshua didn't just come home to Nigeria for dirty December parties, no. Though the energy was 10 over 10, but he came with a mission to invest in the soil that raised his parents. He landed in Lagos on December 28th, fresh off from a massive knockout win against Jake Paul in Miami. He was seen jogging through the streets. Fist-pumping fans hailed him with street credibility. He met President Bola Tinubu at the State House, offering him an autographed boxing glove as a symbol of excellence. He was named an official sports ambassador for Ogun State and was planning a state-of-the-art boxing academy in Abeokuta to nurture local talents. Just 2 hours before the crash, social media captured Anthony Joshua playing table tennis and laughing with his close friend Latz. It was a haunting final glimpse into a brotherhood that spanned decades. Little did they know that this was going to be the end of the final memory they shared together. The second step I want us to look at in the chronology of this incident is the narrative of the crash. About 11 a.m. at Maku, the journey from Lagos to Anthony Joshua's ancestral home in Sagamu should have been a victory lap. A victory over Jake Paul in Miami a few days ago. Instead, it became a nightmare near the Danko filling station. AJ was in a black Lexus SUV with his security details following closely in a Pajero Mitsubishi Jeep. Preliminary reports from the Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC) suggest the vehicle was traveling beyond the speed limit, a common tactic for high-profile convoys trying to minimize security risks like kidnapping, etc. And a tire burst, sudden tire burst, possibly caused by excessive heat and the speed of an overtaking maneuver, sent the Lexus spinning out of control. But there are two things that I want us to look at here. The first one is the speed limit. Nigeria is notorious for not having a speed limit on their roads. If they have, it's not quite visible for motorists. And even if it's visible to motorists, the motorists are not trained to abide or to use these speed limits, which is a problem on its own. Many roads are plied by travelers, by commuters, by drivers without obeying any speed limits. They maneuver the roads, they overtake anyhow, they drive anyhow on the roads, especially the festive periods, the Christmas season in Nigeria. And the second thing is about this maneuvering of using convoy to maneuver to minimize the risk of kidnapping and etc. If there are security in Nigeria, why would someone be traveling with a convoy of security to be maneuvering and to try and minimize risk of kidnapping on the roads? Why? And this also is common with the elected, the leaders, the politicians. The governors traveling with convoy, you see the jeeps, the vehicles trying to maneuver, trying to just to minimize security. And in the process of that, oftentimes they run over a farmer coming from the farm, they run over an Okada rider, or they have a collision with other vehicles on the road, causing serious harm or accidents. These things are things that Nigerian government and leaders should pay attention to. Then, we were told the Lexus Jeep slammed into a red commercial truck that had been stranded on the highway for nearly 24 hours after a mechanical breakdown. I am sure that truck might have been there for days, if not weeks. In Nigeria, this abandoned trucks are silent killers that stay on the road because there is no efficient heavy-duty recovery system. And that is also a problem on its own. The root cause of many road accidents, people traveling at night, people even during the day. These are havocs on Nigerian roads that need serious overhauling and serious looking into. Okay, so let's look at the details of the occupants of this so-called Lexus Jeep. Occupant number 1, their role and the outcome after this incident or accident. Occupant 1 is the driver. The role, local hired chauffeur. Outcome after the incident, injured but stable. Occupant number 2, Latif, Ayodele, Latz. What is his role? Personal trainer and confidant of Anthony Joshua. Outcome after the incident, deceased. Occupant 3, Anthony Joshua himself. Role, world heavyweight champion. Outcome after the incident or accident, minor injuries, dazed. Occupant number 4, Sina, Ghami. Role, strength and conditioning coach for Anthony Joshua. Outcome after the incidents or accidents, deceased. So 4 occupants, 2 deceased, 2 survivor. It is well. Step 3 of these chronological incidents. The hearts of the loss were Sina and Latz. To the world, they were trainers. But to AJ, they were his fallen soldiers and brothers. Sina Ghami was the physical architect of Anthony Joshua's career for over 10 years. He was the man who kept Joshua's body ready for war, including the legendary win over Vladimir Klitschko. On the other hand, Latif Ayodele, also known as Laz, or popularly known as Laz, was the mentor anchor. Laz was the heart of the team, known for his healthy mindset and his deep faith in Islam, which he said was his biggest blessing since 2012. The world is mourning, from Tyson Fury to Oleksandr Usyk. The boxing world paused to honor these 2 men. Even Jake Paul stating, life is much more than boxing, or life is much more important than boxing. And this brings us to this 4th step in the chronology of these incidents, the biting truth. We are collectively poor. Despite AJ's status, not a single ambulance showed up in the immediate aftermath. Bystanders and security details had to pull him out from the wreckage. Social media is ablaze with the sentiment. No matter how rich you are individually as in Nigeria, we are collectively poor. It shows that personal wealth cannot buy safety if the public system has collapsed. And there are 2 things that we need to look at here. 1, Nigeria is a society where once there is an accident, it's only or always the masses that comes first to the rescue. Both those who have experience and those who do not have experience in rescue mission. Remember what happened last time in UBA in the fire outbreak in Lagos? It was individuals, masses, that were rescuing people who were trapped on 6th floor, 5th floor. No emergency rescue. That is a brutal lesson Nigeria should learn from all these incidences happening, especially in 2025. Number 2, also shows that once there's an incident, people are quick to snap, to capture, and post on social media to gain traction, to create content. Yes, you may post it to let the world know what is happening, but the first thing is first aid first, to rescue. It's possible that those who had injuries or those who were even pronounced deceased were not deceased at that time. If rescue has come on time, people should drop their phones and come to the rescue of people who were involved in accident or any security issues at all. Leave snapping, we'll do those ones later. And ordinary Nigerians should learn first aid resuscitation first to be able to rescue people when there are accidents like this, not only in Joshua's case. Instead of a professional rescue perimeter, witnesses describe a carnival where people gather to film the day's champion rather than to provide medical aid. This is something serious. The 5th lesson in the chronology of these incidents, lessons and way forward. What could have been done differently? 1, clear the roads. That soybean truck had been there for a day or so, Experts argue that an AI-driven traffic management system should identify and clear such hazards within 2 to 6 hours. What do you think? And 2, rethink the convoy. Driving at 120 km per hour to avoid one risk, which is kidnapping, created a much more lethal risk, which is tire blown out. So we should consider and rethink using convoy and also limiting speed on highways. Way forward number 3, the golden hour. Nigeria needs a dedicated emergency medical corridor. Using something like drones, like the zipline medical delivery in other African countries. You can imagine Algeria, Egypt, South Africa having such facilities. And we claim giants of Africa. We claim or aspire to be #1 economy in Africa. We do not have such things. This could provide life-saving supplies. Maybe, having such things could provide life-saving supplies when ambulances are stuck in Lagos traffic. Last but not the least, the number 6 step in the chronology of these incidents. What is next for the future of the champion? Anthony Joshua is currently stable at the Duchess International Hospital in Lagos, according to reports. While his physical wounds are minor, the psychological toll of losing his brothers is immeasurable. You can imagine someone that just won a fight 2 days ago, coming to Nigeria with his 2 close team brothers and friends, call it whatever, to come and celebrate and also invest in Nigeria. Now we'll be going back to the UK without them. This is a total psychological disorder and breakdown on him, and I can imagine losing his 2 brothers is so immeasurable. Promoter Frank Warren has already questioned if AJ will still have the appetite to return to the ring for a 2026 fight after such a personal tragedy. I'm also asking the same question, because if I were to be in his shoes, how will I be feeling that I brought some guys to Nigeria, those who helped me to achieve the height of my career, and now there are no more, 2 of them at the same time. This is so tragic. The Sagamu tragedy is more than an accident. It is a mirror of what Nigeria is and has become over the years. It shows a champion who came home to give to the society, to his birth home. But instead, the road took the very people who helped him to reach the top of his career. It is well. May God rest their souls. Let me know what you think. Let me know your views on this matter in the comment section. And thank you for watching.